Got my buddy Ryan's 04 Mustang GT over here with a twist and a 4.6. It's 4.8. We're about to throw some pipes on it. Check it out. I never drove a hermaphrodite before.
Let's see if it starts.
It's a rainy Friday here in Southeast Louisiana, and I'm about to throw some dual 2.5-inch pipes on this 04 Mustang GT. If you're new to the channel, up above my head is not a link to anything because I don't know how to do that yet. I'm still new at doing this whole YouTube thing, but I'm not new at throwing pipes on vehicles. So I have a pre-bent, mandrel bent kit, stainless steel, and we're gonna cut it up, weld it up, make it fit on this 04 GT with one spin. It's not a 4.6. It's not a 5.4. It's not even Coyote swap. It's a 4.8 LS swap GT. So let's make it sound like a Corvette. Let's put it up in the air. Let's take a gander to see what we got going on under here. We do that gander thing. So yeah, we got a, that's not a 4.6. We have got a nicely fitted LS swap in this GT Mustang with some nice long tube headers, 4060, 8.8 positive track. And everything fits really well. It might fit better than stock. So we're going to do the conversion right here under the trail shaft of the transmission. Throw me an X. And then looking back, the muffler sat here. And I still have some over the axle pipes. They've been a little mangled. But we'll be able to do something with that. And then at the back, it doesn't have the GT bumper, so we'll get creative with the exhaust with or kind of turn them down a little bit so they're nice and level with the bottom of the car. Or we'll just do like that 90s style where they just kind of followed the lower body line. He's got it set up for drag, so it's not going to be an issue with clearance in the rear, just the front sits a little low. But this car is gorgeous, man. He has done one hell of a job painting this thing. It still needs to get cut and buffed, but there's plenty clear to work with. Got the welds on it with the cross drills. This is gonna be a sweet little car when he's finished with it. But he's got one of those Holley tuners on it, and it needs a full exhaust to be completely tunable. It tunes to the engine and drivability. So with that exhaust on and straight pipes, it's not one to idle right. Let's see if we can get it mellowed down to where it's at least streetable and not straight headers. And let's get rid of the H-pipe Mustang hollow kind of sound They sound phenomenal, but it's gonna blow somebody's mind when they hear a Corvette coming and a Mustang flies by. So I think it's gonna be hilarious. Let's throw some Corvette exhaust on this Mustang GT. So here's what we're working with today. We got some SLP loudmouth mufflers. They're straight through. Just kind of like the ones I put on Charlie's truck. You see right through them things. Got your standard mandrel bent 245s, 2 180s, 2 90s, and 2 4-foot pieces of 2.5-inch stainless steel pipe. Got some 3-inch band clamps, some 2.5-inch band clamps, so I can take this reducer. This header is a 3-inch. I'm gonna weld that up here with the band clamp on it. Get it to 2.5. So we're going to figure it out as we go. I haven't done a Mustang yet, not at least an 04 this year model. So got an LS and a car that never was supposed to have an LS, but it fits really, really well. And there's a lot of room to throw some pipes on it and make this Mustang sound like a vet. So let's see what we can do about it. So this is a 3-inch collector, and this is a 3-inch to 2.5 adapter. So what we're going to do now is weld this 3-inch V-band onto the header and weld this 3-inch to 2.5-inch collector adapter. That way we can run 2.5 all the way out the back. 3-inch is kind of hard to fit underneath this car. It's really, really low to the ground. You'd be surprised how much easier it is. 2.5 is going to fit better than 3. I know people have done it. I have a pre-vent kit. Don't have a hydraulic bender and all that other stuff. So this is what we're working with, and it's 4.8. 2.5 inches, plenty big. It's a very thin stainless, and I don't want it to burn through. So I got the machine set real, real low. And we're gonna go ahead and pop it around until it makes a seal. Now number 2. I know it's not the prettiest weld y'all have ever seen, but this is just an old MIG welder with flux core. It's not a TIG, but it is airtight, and it's not the ugliest thing I've ever seen. That's all I really need to make this thing work. So now we're gonna go ahead and tack on the second half of the V-band straight to the header. All right, with the V-bands welded on all the way around, I can go ahead and put on the connecting part finally, so I can start running pipe to the back. Been doing this all day. Let's see, I wanted this one to go on with the clamp down away from the transmission on. Oh, drop that. Got the dropsies. Just trying to hold too much stuff. I don't have my cart. That's the deal. I ain't got the damn cart with me. All right. V-band 1. All right. Go through that. That centers in that. And this goes on this. That'll be clean. Kind of angle it away from the car. Yeah, that'll work. And number 2. This one didn't come out as pretty as I would like it to have, because I was trying to get the machine dialed in while I was doing that. But it is welded less. A little bit of grindage. So I got the V-bands on and the 3-inch collectors down to 2.5. Now it's time to make the X-pipe, because we're making this Mustang sound like a vet. So the only way to do that is equal length mufflers at the back. Got to have an X-pipe to blend and scavenge, just like the long tube headers are doing. So you want to cut just shy of the center of the 90 out, and then use that to measure what you cut off the other side. Let's cut. Rinse, repeat.
Yard.
So I'm gonna take what I cut. So I cut them both the same. It looks about right. I'm not gonna scribe the whole line because I don't, want to throw my eye off, but I want to go about halfway through, just like this piece. That way when it's lined up, I'm still good. See if we can cut two of the same pieces like we did on Vic's truck. If you haven't seen a dual exhaust I put on Vic's 84 C10 or 83 C10 step side, go to my channel and check out the playlist. It came out awesome. It's a full stainless steel 5.3 with a stage 4 BTR cam. That thing sounds mean. So, helper. So go here and hold it there. Like Tone Loke said, let's do it. We have a tool. Can you pick up now with gloves on? There we go. Man.
Metal football.
That's the same. That's metal football right there. Now we can take these two X's, clean up all this extra metal on the inside. Just take a flathead screwdriver, go around it. Works out really well. And when you weld them, make sure you put both of the flared ends on the same spot. We'll go ahead and throw our next pipe together. So now we got the X all cut out and even. We'll go ahead and make this thing an X. So now that it's put together, everything lines up beautifully on the inside. We'll go ahead and just seal up the gaps. And on this stainless, figure eights work better than overlap C's or circles. Just depends on the metal you're working with. I'm not a professional welder, but this is what's working for me. Little 36-inch flap disc, and it cleans right up. I think I'm gonna make that the top side, but I could look at that. That'll work. So we're gonna throw it like this under the car. I think I'm gonna use these to go around the gas tank, and these right now will bolt to the headers. Let's go put it on. And X-pipe. So I haven't welded anything yet. We're test fitting everything to make sure it's right. And I can go ahead and stick this up here. Push it on the little header extensions. Oh, that's gonna work. My boy Trey says, oh yeah. Dude, that is on there. Oh, check that out. Use this to make it straight. Keep it as high as I can. Car's on a lift, so the axle ain't gonna droop no more than this ever. I can almost touch the drive shaft with it just to keep it nice and high. Let these kind of twist and wiggle to sort themselves out. If you see it binding, just shake it a little bit. Dude, this is awesome. So yeah, just kind of get it in place. Wiggle it around till it's happy. Put good and tight. This header hangs a little lower than this one. And to keep the back of the X flat, I gotta pop this up just a little bit. And I'll do that, put some tack welds on it, slide everything off. I can undo my V-bands and make it all one piece. Oh, this is gonna work out beautiful. I want you to come over here and pull down on this. And you can see it level out when you pull down on it. I need clearance from here to here on these tabs for the seats. And make sure this is down the center line of the drive shaft. Yep, just like that. Try to keep this as level as I can.
I'm gonna do this. Come on, man.
I know, you're gonna be careful with this. All right, eyeball level. You good?
I'm shorter than you.
Don't move a muscle. All right, you straight on the drive shaft.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right, don't move nothing. I gotta put 3 tacks on each pipe. That's the magic numbers, 3. 3. If you do 2, you got a wiggle point. If you got 3 or 4, you ain't going nowhere. And I can bust it off with these V-bands, pull it out, weld it all straight. So, I appreciate you putting this welding cart together, bro. Come out good.
Whatever helps.
All right, you got it holding straight.
I can't see
Good.
it.
Fire in the hole. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, got the X laid back on a table, and that's gonna correct the header on that other side. We got one more use for these at the back to go over the axle. Get these out the way. So now I'm gonna make all my joints solid and keep on moving back. So from here back, we're flat with the car. This has adjusted for the slight off that the headers are. Let's make it a thing. And at the same time, we're yanking the engine finally on the pre-runner project. So taking the motor out, it's taking the motor out. We've done that on the RCSB. It's a rinse repeat thing. But do the thing.
Right.
All right, we are polished out. All the high spots have been ground down. It's semi-acceptable. Guaranteed not to leak. And let's go test fit it. See how she looks? And I'm gonna crank it up with the X-pipe, record that. All right, here we go. Pop this thing in here. That's nice. What's happening, Pete? So. All right, so y'all heard in the beginning of the video, getting off the trailer, that was straight headers. This is what it sounds like with an X-pipe. All I've gotten on it is the X. It's clamped on, comes down through here, and I just have a set of the next piece where I'm going, these little 90s. It's gonna kind of make me come through his little area and hook back to these, go over the axle. But dude, I just wanna know what it sounds like with a straight X-pipe. So let's drop this thing down, make it happen here. The battery lead on it. The tone should be completely different right off the bat with the X.
the X is getting more Corvette by the minute.
Do the thing, Pete!
Does it sound like a Corvette?